Falling down and broken, collapsing, it seems lost. Pressing on, it's not over. Now it depends on you. Every day and every night, should you go or should you fight? It's okay, just take my hand through it all. You will stay.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Gail of Gaia, and this is Free Range, where we graze on wild ideas and we interview wonderful people. And my wonderful guest today is a psychic and spiritual coach and leader in many ways, is Akura. Welcome, Akura.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for inviting me.
I am delighted to have you on. I always like to hear your perceptions and visions and all of that. So, I was thinking that for the first half hour, you can tell us what you've come across in your visions or your messages and
Mhm.
transmissions and so on and so forth. And then in the second half, we will see if we have any questions from the audience, and we'll take questions. And I can
Mhm.
click them so they come up on the screen. I'll read them off and you can answer them, and we'll do it like that if that's okay with you. I have to put my
Yes.
glasses back on at that point. But anyway, okay. Uh, so, have you had any recent messages from the Arcturians?
Mhm. What I feel is the chaos is coming up. This is what we saw in higher dimensions too, that we have this chaos here on the physical plane. What I receive by them is that we have to stay centered in our heart space and that we do what we feel. So, and that we not go too much into the chaos, too much. Is what they tell me. And
Okay.
that we unite. I have always visions that we star seeds, light warriors, light workers build up new communities. But I have these visions since the last years that the time has come that we build up new communities and that we live in another way together. Because I feel the collective will continue with this chaos, right? They have to see with their own eyes. This is what I feel.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Because how can you keep your vibration up if you're into the fear mode that they're trying to generate through the chaos?
Of course, and that we stay in the present moment so that we see how we live right now. So we have a chat right now, right? And we tend too much to stay here and to overthink things too much. But actually, when we talk about the situation in Ukraine, Russia, for example, I think it's right now it's happening there, right? And I know it sounds sad but harsh, and I talked about it in one of my videos. You know, children all over the world are suffering, and this is they want us, right, that we always talk about it, that we pay this attention too much. It's like and we forget what we can do in the present moment. Yeah, that we stay in the present moment, because in this present moment life is happening and we can express our soul. This is
So,
what they are telling me.
mhm. So one of the problems that society is having is being too much in their head and not enough in their heart. Is that
Yes.
correct? Yeah.
Yes, and fear, they spread fear always, yeah, to suppress the energy, and this is what I get to, yeah.
Well, when they spread fear, that fear lowers everybody's vibration too, and it also makes them more vulnerable to mind control and subconscious programming that they may be picking up from TV, radio and who knows, maybe even the internet. I certainly wouldn't put any of that in, but we don't know what they do at YouTube, Google, and so on at this
Mm-hmm.
stage of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but you mentioned, I think, in one of your other videos that in 2020 there was a galactic war. What
Yes.
on different dimensions, and would you mind reviewing that a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I observed it in April 2020. It was a cosmic war. That's what I felt, and this took place in higher dimensions. So many of my soul sisters and brothers, they contacted me and they saw these spaceships on the sky too. I felt it. And it happened in, I think it was in April during a weekend. And it was very explosive. Yeah, I felt very excited and nervous during the entire weekend. And then my friends called me and they said, "Oh my gosh, I went out for a walk and I saw these spaceships on the sky. Did you saw it too?" I was like, "No," but I felt something is going on. And then we went for a walk Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday because we were curious. And then we saw also ships, yeah, on the sky. And I received
Wow.
a message, yeah, in April 2020 that every year in April, something is about to happen.
Well, that's interesting that you say that because you and another woman named Linda, I can't remember her last name right now, but they're saying that April is going to be huge. What do you mean by that? Can you explain that?
I don't know. My
You don't know?
galactic team is
Okay.
saying nothing. Maybe it's an energetic event. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe
Because
that's yeah.
last year in April 2021, I heard the message by the Arcturians before I was gone. I disappeared. So they told me that the gate to the fourth dimension has opened. And I created a live stream on my own channel and I channeled the Octurians and they said the gate to the fifth dimension has opened. It's open. And then a few weeks later, Marcel, me, a few of the other starseeds all over the world, we were trapped in another dimension. And this happened in April 2021 that I received this strange comments on my channel and everywhere. So, and I received a message in April 2020 that April will be important every year, but I don't know what will happen in April 2022.
This year. Wow, that's
Mm.
interesting. Well, if you think April is the fourth month, which can be another 2 2, and then we got 2 2,
Yes,
for the numbers game. But anyway, and apparently there's a lot to that, but I haven't followed
maybe
that.
the gate to the fifth dimension is opening.
Yes, yes. Well, one of the things that you brought up too in your other videos, and I think I'd like to point this out again, and maybe you can explain it a little bit, is that a lot of people feel, and I used to think the same thing, so it was wrong thinking, that because others have told me otherwise, that dark beings are capable of going to higher dimensions than the fourth, or dark beings are in other higher dimensions, but they're not. I don't know if they don't reside there all the time or if they can visit. Can you explain that at all? I'm not sure I
Mhm.
understand it exactly either.
Yeah, yeah. My feeling is what I saw is that this we talk about light and shadows, and this dance between lights and shadows goes
Mhm.
up to the 8D dimension. I feel the 8D dimension is the border, but we shift our consciousness level and we will deal with the darkness differently. So, for example, the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Lyrians, for example, they are also located in these dimensions. For example, the 6D dimension, 7D dimension, and the dark ones as well, that they can go up to the 6D dimension. The most of them, what I feel, are located in the 6D dimension. That's why they use the number 666, right? It explains their
Wow,
dimension. Yeah. The most of them
interesting.
are located there, and the Pleiadians or the Syrians, they are also in the 6D dimension.
Interesting. that
Yeah.
that's kind of fascinating, and it's definitely something that I didn't expect. I just thought that they stopped at the fourth, and there was, I
Mm,
guess,
yes.
but that duality, is that still duality at those levels of
Yeah, we have a
dimension?
physical body. As long as we have a physical body, it's like
Uh-huh.
we feel like external object, or that you are external in front of me, right? That we
Mhm.
are two bodies, two people, and as long as we have a physical body, we have lights and shadows. So, but the energy is more high frequent, and we see darkness from another level.
Wow. Okay. That's amazing.
Yes.
Um, you mentioned also, and I'm always reluctant to go there because people have so many programmed ideas about it. But anyway, you had mentioned that Yeshua has short hair and not long hair,
Yes, I saw this
and
last year. Yeah.
and that the Jesus on the cross is actually
It's a hologram.
it's a hologram.
Yes, yes, it's a hologram to confuse us and even spiritual people.
Um, could you explain that any further, or is that
Oh, that's very complicated to me, but I saw many different visions last year as we stayed in the dimension, the fourth dimension. It was a
Mhm.
holographic dimension. And I had all the time visions. I saw all the time pictures with my third eye. And then suddenly I saw Yeshua and his twin flame. And then I was a little bit surprised because they look totally different to all these pictures, what we know.
Uh-huh.
And then
Well, how long was his hair, if I might ask?
this
Oh, just
down
about
to
here?
his,
Okay.
yeah, shorter hair.
Yeah.
And yeah, I saw that they ran away many times. It was a very stressful life for them here on earth. And then suddenly I saw a picture of Jesus Christ. And then I saw that this is a hologram. Yeah, that's not the real Jesus, the man with the long hair. Then I saw it is actually a hologram of Lucifer, because Archangel Lucifer is true too, but actually it's also just a hologram in the program.
Interesting. Okay. So technically what we're seeing in most churches and so on with this cross, this figure or whatever is it's holographic in nature and well, I guess it's physical, on the spot, but I know what
Yes,
you mean. It's a picture of something that wasn't real in the first place.
yes,
That
this is what I saw there. Yes, yes.
mhm, mhm.
But
That's not to say Yeshua's not real, but there's a
Yeshua
difference.
was real. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeshua was real.
yeah, yeah. I just got to clarify that because otherwise people will think I'm, that I, you know what I mean. So anyway,
Yes.
yes, Yeshua is real, and that's his
Mm-hmm.
real name. Yes, also is Yeshua, and that is something that many people um,
Mm-hmm.
are not aware of. Um, it's like if I called you something totally different, and you were,
Yes.
it's not really you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
But then again, they tell us that names are something that we use here in the third dimension, and that names aren't even needed in the higher dimensions.
Yes, of course. I talked about it in one of my videos when we step into fear now, when we question that, oh my gosh, and what should I do? It's so confusing now. I recommend stay in your heart center because your heart is able to transmute everything. So the intent is so much more important. So then you can call Yeshua Jesus Christ or whatever, or Sananda too. That's other hologram, Sananda. It
That's
doesn't
right.
matter. It doesn't matter because your
Because
heart is so much
it's your
it's
heart,
stronger.
right? It's
Yeah.
your intent, and
Yeah,
your
intent.
intention is the real thing, or the
Yeah.
real man, not the real being.
Yeah.
I should put it.
Ye- Yes.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. Of course, there
Mhm.
are others that talk about the Christos group, which confuses things in that they have some kind of contract, and I don't know if you've ever heard any of Patty's videos or. Um, it's a different perspective that most people are not familiar with.
Yeah,
But
I feel the heart is stronger when you know these are only programs and created by technology. So the technology by them can grasp only our mind and our thoughts. But our heart knows the answer earlier and faster. So your heart is vibrating faster than their technology. So then you know that your intent is so much more important and that we don't have to be scared.
okay. Well, you also talked about the fact, and David Icke has frequently talked about this too, that we're living in a simulation. This isn't the real Earth.
I saw the same. Yeah.
And have you received any messages to that effect?
Of course. So the thing was that at one hand, everything was out of balance in higher dimensions. We
Mhm.
had too much darkness in higher dimensions. And our lightful sisters and brothers only want to bring back balance because it was too dark. Up to the 8D dimension, everything was out of balance. So that's why we had this cosmic war, because it was, at one hand, it was time. We talk about the end times. And so many star seeds are here on Earth too now. So we
Uh-huh.
want to bring back the light because it was real too dark. And when you watch the symbol, yeah, I give you a short example because I watch every detail and I try to connect the dots. When you watch the logo of Metaver, this logo, it's a 8, right? It's the
Mhm.
symbol here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this explains the 8D dimension. So this game goes up to the 8D dimension, the simulation. So, and the thing was, at one hand, everything was out of balance. And on the other hand, most of the souls were trapped in this simulation here. So, and now, and this is the big gift, and this is what I feel since last year for sure. This is only my feeling. I cried tears of joy when I had these visions that the portals are all open. So that means maybe it is our last incarnation now.
Yes,
Because
I saw that. You had said
all
that. I said,
souls,
and then
yeah, can go back
I've heard
home.
it from other light workers too. And so I'm really thank the creator for that. Because we just
Mhm.
kept coming back here over and over and over again.
Yeah, they
And
tried to confuse the people. That's why they created so many holograms. They created a hologram of heaven, the Akashic records of the Galactic Federation to confuse us all. And when the souls believed that their holograms are true, so then they did what they wanted from them to do, right? When they told them, oh, you have to go back to Earth. So then they believed that these were the real angels, for
yeah, well, that's where
example.
they brought in the karma thing and said, well, you need to do this because you haven't, because you were bad or you did this, that, or the other thing. And that
Mhm.
was, what do you say about karma?
In higher dimensions, there is no karma. Doesn't
Thank
exist.
you.
No, no,
It
we
never
have only
resonated with
love,
me.
only
It's like you're gonna be
unity.
punished if you do something you're not supposed to or whatever, and it's all about
Mm,
experience and,
mhm,
learning new things and bringing them back to the creator, through your experiences. That's
mhm.
how I understand it anyway.
Yeah, I feel it too. We have free will for real. So that means when I talk about maybe it's our last incarnation, so the souls can choose for real what they want to do. Are they interested in to go back to Earth? Are they incarnating on the other planet or want they stay here? This is their free choice for real. And there is no confusion anymore or no fake archangels which is catching them, right? So
Yes. I
it's
think
what
a
I
lot of
feel.
us are happy to hear that we're not gonna have to come back here again. This has been more like the hell on earth, so, uh,
Yeah.
when they talk about hell, but anyway, but that hasn't some people haven't experienced that but they're not in the same mindset or soul set or whatever you wanna talk. Maybe they're on part of the dark
Hmm.
side or whatever because they are materialistic and those kinds of things are
Yes,
what's
yes.
most important. Mm.
When souls believed the simulation here is true, as more they believed everything here is true, and even their body, as more it was more complicated for the souls to understand this game because they believed this is real and they identified their soul with their simulation here. So it was complicated for the souls to go back home, and they catch them. Yes, like okay, archangels appearing now, and they were in front of them, right? So and they told him these things. You have to go back to Earth. You have a lot of karma. Oh, in the last incarnation you were a bad guy. So and the souls believed that this is true. So these were the real angels or the real galactic sisters and brothers. But most of these souls they never jumped over the astral realm, not higher. They tried to catch them to keep them here. And this is what I saw last year when we stayed in this dimension, the fourth dimension. I saw these pictures and I cried. It was like, oh my gosh. So this is a show what is happening here on Earth, right? So no, it is chaotic and it's stressful.
It's a
But the big
show.
gift
It's
is
yeah,
here.
they have incorporated stress in every area of our life.
Mm-hmm.
from financial to healthcare to education, you name it. They have inverted everything,
Yes.
and
Yes.
some people see it and some don't. Now, I've also heard, and I would be interested in your opinion on this, that there are many there's a small percentage of what you might call real humans on earth. What would you say to that? Is that true, or is that?
I heard about it, yeah, that many people should be only containers and they have no
Yes,
soul.
yes. That's the way of putting it. Containers, yes. So what's
um,
driving the containers? Humans?
I feel my feeling is many people are real, but their souls are not fully in their body because they are too much controlled by the old simulation, by the old technology. They use frequencies and technology to keep us in a hypnosis, right? That we never wake up or that we have no lucid dreams, for example, that we don't remember. And one of these strategies was too when we incarnate here on earth that we forget who we were. Yeah, this is actually also not the law by the souls. It was also creation by the dark forces that when we reincarnate here on earth again, that we don't remember who we were before. It's always new, always reset, reset, always. Yeah, and I feel many people they have a soul, but they're not centered, their soul is not in their body. And then I feel a few people, yeah, these are holograms. And they are created by dark forces or machines, or maybe also the lightful sisters and brothers are here. And they're using the same technology and they're walking around as holograms, and people believe they are real.
Hmm. Well, they would
Hmm.
be projecting higher vibes, so that would be a good thing, right?
I don't know. I don't know. But I felt, yes, this is true. What I saw there too, but I don't think everyone is a container. I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I know for sure that we starseeds are real. We starseeds are real. We have a soul and our body is real. This is what I know for sure.
And we came here to make this
Yeah.
change to the real thing. I mean, to
Yeah.
bring us back to where we were originally meant to be, to get us out of this matrix, this simulation. And well, I've also heard, okay, that there are a number of different Earths, and people will be going to different Earths as a result of their belief systems.
Hmm.
Does that make any
Yeah.
sense to you? Is there truth in that? Do you see more than one Earth in any of your visions, or no? Yes.
I at one hand I see many different timelines that everyone is living in another timeline now, and we are able to go very high with our consciousness. So because the portals are open, and it's about inner work right now. And when you shift your consciousness level, then you see Earth from a different level, or you would deal, as I mentioned it before, you would deal with dark things differently. And I feel, yeah, there is a other Earth. It's hard to explain that. And I heard something like
Yes, it is
Atlantis,
hard to explain.
Atlantis. So I sensed something like a
Hmm.
portal, and I see something like real Earth. Yes, and I heard something like Atlantis.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, I've heard some of that too. And what I was wondering is if you get any information on this, I'd be more than interested in knowing how it works. But to think about it, okay, so we're in a simulation, so we're in a matrix. How do we get out of it? I mean,
Hmm.
it has the whole matrix has to collapse, I would think. I don't
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
And does that mean all the dark systems need to be collapsed? Would you
Hmm.
would you
Yeah,
agree?
I feel in higher dimensions everything is in balance.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is in balance. Lights and shadows are in balance, and I feel, yeah, the same has to come down to earth, and maybe
Okay.
then life is getting easier here for us with
Mhm.
our avatar here.
'Cause in this simulation, the dark is, like, way up here and the light is way down,
Mm-hmm.
way down here. You
Mm-hmm.
can't see my other hand. But anyway, get the picture. So anyway, that is, fascinating, and, how that would I mean, that's where the word transition comes in, okay? We transition out of this matrix
Mhm.
prison planet, a simulation, whatever you want to call it, into the real Earth that we were
Mhm.
meant to be on in the first place. It's amazing to me that the dark were able to hijack as much as they were. And
Mhm.
I don't know if that's because we were a sleeping population for the longest time. I know that they genetically modified our avatar, making us, some of us, less able to access the higher dimensions or the
Yes.
information that we should have access to.
Mhm.
Um, and of course, that was intentional. And then they, how much of all of this, they talk about, spreading frequencies, black magic spells, all of this that's
Mhm.
holding this together. How
Mhm.
much of that do you think has been disintegrated, eliminated, or,
Mm.
brought into a, like say we were way up here and now we're working on taking some of the dark out,
Mhm.
where do you think we're at?
What I get is the attacks has changed, and many starseeds telling me this that they have very weird dreams, for example, astro dreams,
Mhm.
very strange things, and I feel frequencies. They're using technology most now. Frequencies, technology, energy weapon, MK Ultra to to suppress the energy. It has changed. I don't see them as spirits because when I was a child or when I was a teenager or a couple of years ago, sometimes I saw them in their real physical form in my room, for example. But now I don't see them anymore. I only feel these frequencies and their technology, and this has changed.
Who did you see as a child? Was it grays or what?
Different beings, I saw
Just
reptilians, for
ooh, okay.
example, or the Greys too. Yeah.
Mhm.
They were very horrible, the Greys. So they, when they were there, I had sleep paralysis most.
Wow.
This has
They
changed.
were trying to shut you down because you're at a very high vibration. Um, they're trying to bring it down or trying to see if they could alter in any way. But I
Mm,
think you, in spite of, I think you're protected,
yeah, I
very
think so.
protected. Yeah.
I hope so much. Yeah.
Yeah. I have to believe that about myself.
Yeah, we are protected, I think, yes.
Yeah.
When I saw
Um,
this last year in the fourth dimension, so we were also protected. As I said, it was a holographic world. So, and sometimes our galactic team appeared as holograms too. It was like similar to the Matrix movies. It was like we were trapped in the Matrix. Like Neo, Morpheus, Agent Smith,
yeah.
we all were together, and our real bodies were somewhere else, but we were there physically for real, and the other beings were just holograms.
Wow, what a nice. Yeah, well, maybe there's more holograms here than we are aware of, too, for that matter.
Mhm. Mhm.
Maybe that's what you were being shown, and
Mm.
that's a possibility anyway. So
Mm.
we're coming up on about almost it's 28 minutes in, and I'm gonna how about we take a little break, just a couple minutes, and we'll come right back. Is that okay, Okura?
Mhm.
We'll be right back. And when we come back, we're going to answer questions in the chat. So if you have some good questions for Akura, please think about them and put them in the chat. And we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. And here we go.
Free Range with Gail of Gaia is honored to be affiliated with MyNutra, makers of hemp paste. Hemp paste is a whole food product that still contains most, if not all, of the terpenes, phytonutrients, essential elements, and CBDs of the raw hemp plant. CBD oil manufacturing methods strip away living essential elements, leaving only one, a dead CBD oil. CBD oil alone simply cannot support the entourage effect that occurs when hemp pastes essential nutrients go to work to support your optimum health. Almost 200 terpenes and over 500 other phytonutrients work together with a synergistic effect that simply doesn't happen with CBD oil alone. Visit hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com to learn more. And be sure to check out the impressive array of hemp-enriched products while you're there. That website again, hemppaste.gailofgaia.com. That's hemppaste.gailofgaia.com.
Yes, and I just like to let you know that I think it's one of the best CBD products out there. And I always look into these products. And I have one other little clip I'm going to show you before we get back to the show. So stay with us. Thank you.
Free Range is pleased to present Modexus and the superfruit Lonicera cerulean. The cornerstone of Modexus products, Lonicera cerulean, is a superfood that supports life at the cellular level. Whether you're looking for a longevity product with added glutathione and ATP, something to help lift you through the day without having to resort to stimulants like caffeine or acidic energy drinks, or just seeking a natural solution to support stress management, Modexus also has a natural approach to pain management. Its Relieve product is unique in its ability to support the body's own pain management system. It's been said you'll notice a difference the very first day. The second day, you'll be loving the products, and the third day, we'll be telling friends about Modexus. Visit modexus.gailofgaia.com to learn more and to see what other people are saying about these quality products. That's modexus.gailofgaia.com.
Hi, and also I'd just like to let you know you help support the program when you purchase some of these products. It's just, a small amount, but it helps. Every bit helps, especially with the way things are nowadays. And here we are. We have Akura back.
Hi.
Hi. And let's take some of we have a couple of questions in the chat already. Let me see if I can find a good one. And let's see. Let me see. Well, here's one. It says, when will we exit this earth and go home?
That's a good question. My team is telling me nothing. They're only smiling and say, be surprised. But what I know is it is our last incarnation for us, and we have the free will. So what we gonna do?
So we'll be free to choose where we want to go when we die. But now there's been all this talk that we're going to transition with our full bodies in this transition, and that's never happened before. Is that correct?
Yes.
So how are we doing on that?
It's a process. It's a process. Trust your impulses, and then you are guided intuitively. It starts with these little things, for example, that we change our nutrition into a lighter way. Yeah, it starts with these little things, or that we drink enough water, or that we move our body, that we do what we love, that we trust our hearts again. All this is helping us to return back to our soul. And I had a similar vision. I talked about it in one of my videos. I had this vision a couple of years ago, how this has started. This has started after the fall of Atlantis. I saw how the Dark Ones arrived in Atlantis. It was a very heavy and a dark ship, and this landed in the ocean. And I saw myself there as a galactic being, and reptiles came out of this ship, and draconians, and they catched almost every Atlantine. And they wanted to change their DNA. All this what they did, right? They changed their DNA. They wanted to have hybrid children with them and all this. I can remember they catched me too, but I was trapped in another matrix. And I was not able, it was almost the same thing again. I was not able to move my body, and I only had to watch what's about to happen. And then I saw this energetic cube. They created an energetic cube. It explains the matrix, and they programmed it around Earth. And suddenly Earth was located in another dimension. And Earth was holographic too. For our galactic sisters and brothers, I was in contact with them. And I scribed what I see there. And our team was not able to arrive on Earth because Earth was located in another dimension. It looked holographic. And I had this vision a couple of years ago. And I saw it was an energetic cube. It was a cube. And this represents the 4D matrix, or in other words, Saturn.
The cube is satanic, isn't it?
Planet Saturn. Yeah.
Not a good thing at all. Wow. Well, I guess we don't have too many questions in the chat. So let me see if there's anything I missed. Okay. Well, we kind of answered this question, but I'm going to put it up just so. Okay. Why would our souls keep coming back here as
Mm-hmm.
babies? You
Yeah,
kind of covered it a little bit, but let's just throw it out there again.
a personal fear because we create a new Earth together. So it's like a free planet, and souls can make a decision if they want to incarnate here on this planet or not. But I don't know what will happen. So maybe they reveal their technology soon, or the hidden technology, and I don't know what's about to happen when this technology is exposed.
Yeah. Well, I guess one of the other aspects of this is that the souls kept coming back here because they were tricked or hoodwinked when they passed by beings that were dark, pretending to be light and telling
Yes.
you had to go back to Earth to
Yes.
fix some karma or something that you had done or so on.
Mm-hmm.
And being the humans that we are, trying to correct and do the right thing, a lot of people feel that way. We got hoodwinked and trapped back into the reincarnation cycle.
Yes, too.
In
And
fact,
yeah. Now I got the question right. So I saw this. This has happened last year. Since last year, we are free. Before we actually, every soul was trapped here. So, and I feel many high involved souls are coming down to Earth. Very high frequent star seeds now, because I received also a message that dark beings can't incarnate on Earth anymore. So I feel very high frequent star seeds are coming down to Earth, and we are here to build up a new Earth here. So I don't know how this will look like, or maybe we'll have other technology soon. I don't know, but I feel it's getting lighter.
that's good. That's encouraging. Someone made the comment that the moon had a soul trap. Is that where they did their nefarious activities when people passed and
Yes, I felt
forced them
something is
back?
strange with the moon too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've also heard that the moon has since been the darkness is gone, or the bad things that were going on in the moon. I don't know how to put it, but that's been rectified, and hopefully that's true. Let's see. Do we have anything else here? Oh, people always want to know. People always want to know when we're gonna, and nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah.
knows. Oh, okay. Let's see. I've got an. Oh, when will we exit? We can't give you an answer. We wish we could. I wish we knew.
I don't know. But I've had something that Antarctica is a important key for this too. I feel something is going on in Antarctica because I had a vision a couple of months ago. Me and a few other light workers, I don't know, I have also so crazy dreams. And then I saw that we opened a portal, and this was located in Antarctica. And then I heard Atlantis. But I don't know if there is a portal to Atlantis in Antarctica.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Here's a someone put this up. I know I'm here to help humanity. God gave me a download years ago to buy Zimbabwe, and that's a specific currency bond selected for humanitarian projects. Do you know anything about the Zim bonds, Akura?
Mm-mm.
No,
Mm-mm.
or any of those bonds? I don't. I do have a Zim bond, a couple of them that were gifted to me, but I haven't. I don't know when that will come forward in terms of changing your, or the humanitarian projects will be able to go forward. That was from Baja Girl. Anyway, some of the other things is it's about interesting. I think we'll just put this up. You see the chat too, don't you? You're correct.
Yeah, I see that chat too.
Yeah, isn't that interesting? Remember the movie Black Panther? It's about Zimbabwe called Wakanda. I grew up in a town named Wakanda. Coincidence? She didn't think so.
Yeah,
Usually it's
I
not.
don't
I
think
mean, it's
so. Nene.
it was, yeah, that's fascinating. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I don't remember the movie, but I might have to
Cool.
take a look at it. Do
Hmm.
you? Okay.
I have to take a look too, but they shared with us all the secrets in movies that people believe, oh, it's just a movie, but many information was true.
Yeah, and
A
how? But
lot of
how?
information.
Yeah, how are we to know? Like even Star Wars, a lot of the things they did in Star Wars are actually,
Yeah, it is so true.
yeah, and it's just, but we were, thought it was all fantasy, but
Hmm.
it's not. So anyway, we have a lot to learn. Well, even the Jetsons, yeah, that's a funny one too.
Hmm.
Um, so, um, what is your best advice to everyone? Um, in these chaotic times and as all these events are happening and so
Mm.
on, what do you have to say to listeners that might be able to help them to work their way through this?
Yeah. My personal tip is, on one hand, stay centered in your heart space as best as you can. Stay in the present moment. This is all we have. When we pay this attention, what's going on in the outside, that we send them love and compassion. And when we have the opportunity to help people, then we have to help them. So when you have family, for example, in Russia or Ukraine or whatever, so that we help each other. And this is what I think many people realize too, that actually we need each other, right? That we have to help each other. So the old narrative is not working anymore. So
Yes, yes, and that's a beautiful thing too, because there probably is no greater reward than when you feel like you were able to help somebody and they acknowledge
mhm,
that to you, that you actually helped them, and thank you for this and thank you for that. I've got a file full of cards and letters
mhm.
from the shows that they've helped, or they found out information that they didn't know and things like that, and that means a lot to me. It really does.
Of course, of course. Or the other option is stay on the ascension and stay focused on your own path, that you become a superhuman again.
Yes, in fact, sometimes I wonder if I should be doing that and not this, but anyway, um, we'll see. Let's see. Um, Right now, the government appears to be hiding the fact that Nibiru is going to hit our planet, and they are hiding all this from the whole population. Can you speak about this subject and any outcome? What?
Or yeah, that's very confusing, honestly. I have to dive deeper, honestly. But I saw last year, as we stayed in the fourth dimension, I saw Nibiru. Yeah, that Nibiru is still giving us frequencies, or it's controlling Earth. Then I got the question, how is that possible? And then I heard the message, Nibiru is Earth. So what? Really? So and
Oh my
I heard,
gosh!
yeah. So the fourth dimension, it is Nibiru.
Whoa!
It was Nibiru. This was this dimension where we were trapped. It was Nibiru.
Oh
That's
my
what I
gosh!
heard. Yeah. And now we are
Wow!
with them in the same level because we are in the fourth dimension now.
Well, okay, somebody made the comment, and I'd have to say I was under the impression too that the light wave would activate our DNA. Is there truth in that? Do you know anything about that?
Yes, yes, the energy of the sun has changed. So here in Germany, the sun is shining a couple of days ago. It has started that the sun is shining always every day. It's just very strange here in Germany that we have so much sun in winter. But the energy has changed of the sun because the portals are open. So now the real light is streaming down to earth, and what the dogons are trying is to suppress the energy or to spray around. Right? Very crazy right now that
Yeah, that's
we
what
can't
they're spraying
integrate
the
this
skies.
code.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're spraying the skies like mad with whatever funds they have left,
Mm,
to block the sunlight. I
mm-hmm,
mean, they've been doing that for the longest time to block the vision of any galactic ships or anything of that nature as well.
mm-hmm.
Um, and so should we spend time out in the sunlight?
Yes, of course. Of course,
Not
I
only
feel
vitamin
the
D, but it starts activating your DNA. That's a good thing.
of course. I feel it too. I observed that energy since 2020 in every detail. And I can definitely say that the energy has changed of the sun. So when the sun is shining here, it is so light. I can't describe this energy. I feel dizzy a little bit when I spend time in the sun. It's like, "Ugh," because so much coats are coming down.
Wow, that's awesome. I see here we'll have a day of sunlight, and usually in Arizona there's sunlight all the time, but it has been
Yes.
raining more than it's ever rained before, and they've
Oh
been
wow.
spraying the
Hmm.
skies like mad, and then it clouds up and rains, and you can't see the sky, you can't see the sun. It's
Hmm.
it's it's annoying to say the least. But anyway, let's see what else do we have. Um, Here we go. How did Akura get into the 4D, and what she dealt with was lower frequency?
That's a very good question. The YouTuber Naughty Beaver, that's his channel. I think he explains it better than me. I think it was technology. They created a matrix or parallel matrix and they pulled us there. Suddenly we were surrounded by other neighbors and it was only just holograms and they surrounded us. These were our neighbors, and then they had all these strange cell phones and they attacked us with frequencies.
They're
So
probably
we
trying to
don't,
shut you down.
yeah, we don't get it with our mind, but I think it was technology, was that technology. They created a parallel matrix for us.
Oh, this is interesting. This is what Baja Girl says. Nibiru is a planet that the evil is going to.
Yes, maybe, maybe. But I don't know why I saw this last year, but it was like I felt Nibiru. It was this dimension, the fourth dimension where we were. It felt like hell. It was so horrible there, and I felt Nibiru too. But maybe it's also an external planet, or maybe it is both.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think too that many souls or these beings, they're going back into lower dimensions because I feel that the energy here is shifting and they can't deal with these high frequencies anymore. That's why they're spraying like crazy because
Yeah.
it's too light for them.
The light actually causes pain to them, doesn't it?
Hmm.
That's what I heard.
Yes, or when people are happy, when they see people are happy,
Be
jumping
happy.
around, unity, so it's hurting them. They don't like this, no.
That's why I love my little pup. You can't see her. She was trying to get outside a little while ago. But anyway,
Mhm.
she I can if I for some reason I'm feeling a little blue or what have you, she always comes in and she'll make me smile or make me laugh
Yes,
or
I saw
whatever.
her. Very
Yeah.
cute.
She's a sweetheart. She's my fur angel. She's an
Oh,
angel in
cute.
disguise.
Yeah, cute.
Okay. Well, somebody was asking about Nibiru coming to Earth, but let's put this one up because I think this is true and important. At least 10 minutes of sunlight is beneficial for your health and well-being. I would even up that to 20 minutes if possible, just for vitamin Z sake and so on. Anyway, let's see what this next question is. So I'll take that off. Okay. Well, we don't really have an answer for this question. I don't want you to think we're trying to ignore it, but there are some people, as she said, think the Earth is Nibiru. I don't know. We don't know how to explain that.
Hmm. But I received a picture, so but I don't know. It explains not the question, I think. But I always had visions when we stayed there, and then I saw pictures of Nibiru. It was very strange. So it was a similar energy to the Matrix movies when Neo wakes up for real, and when he
Mhm.
sees Earth, how Earth looks like for real, and I felt this is Nibiru. This technology that they took over control. And then I heard for real that Nibiru was on Earth in the fourth dimension. It was similar to Matrix when Neo wakes up, when you know the movies, and then he wakes up and then he sees what's really going on. and how dark Earth is, and everywhere these lightnings and technology took over control, the artificial intelligence, that they are enslaving people. And I saw that Nibiru, for example, it was similar. And I heard that was located in the fourth dimension where we were. Very
Interesting.
strange. Yeah.
Wow. So, but the good thing about what's happening now is that reincarnation cycle has been terminated, and people will actually have a true choice of where they want to go.
Yes.
Before they didn't, because they were lied to on yeah, they used to say, don't go into the light, turn around and go the other way or dive off the side to get so you wouldn't go back into the reincarnation cycle. But anyway, let's see. Let me go. I'm just going through the questions here.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, oh, Baja girl, please do. There are supposed this is about Zimbabwe bonds, and I will be helping you too, Akura, if these ever manifest, because I do have a couple of them, and they're supposed to send us 800 numbers, and they're supposed to be for humanitarian projects. And anyway, so that's if it manifests, that'll
Mhm.
be something
Mhm.
that'll be possible. But anyway, let's see. What's this one? Do you know about the metaverse and the eighth sphere being a negative process to try and steal souls?
Hmm. Mhm. I talked about it, that this logo of metaverse, right? It is a 8. Yeah, it's the sign here. It's the same sign like the 8D dimension, because actually the simulation goes up to the 8D dimension. The 8D dimension is the border. So this is what I felt at first. And on the other hand, actually what they tried was to create a new illusion, right? To create an illusion in the illusion, right? When they
Yeah,
are one
wow.
with their technology, and when they have this glasses on, it's like they are in a new simulation, but actually we are in a simulation already. So it's like they create a new simulation. So, oh my gosh, a
Ah,
illusion in a new illusion. So now,
they just don't want to let us go.
yeah, that's what Elon said. So I don't know if you watched this. He reacted on this. He's not a fan of this, and he said, "Why a metaverse? We are already in a metaverse." It's what Elon said. It's like they know it. It seems like that. So it's my feeling that he knows it. And he said, "Why a metaverse? We are already in a metaverse." So, huh? Why?
Huh.
It's an illusion in an illusion. So
Yeah.
they keep.
Oh my gosh, that's all we need. In an illusion, yes. I'm
Please
afraid.
no.
Yeah.
Time to
Uh,
break out of this illusion here.
yeah. Okay. There was something too. I'd like you to mention. If what is your feeling about? Let's see. Did I put it up? No, I didn't. Okay. Oh, here it is. Elon Musk.
Yeah, it's about metaverse. He talked about it. So I remember this. I'm sure, I hope I remembered it right, but he said, like, we are already in a metaverse. So why a metaverse?
Uh-huh.
This was his reactions. And I saw this video. So, okay. It seems like they know what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, it's important that we trust our hearts. Yeah, because
Yes.
we saw last year this crazy game, and we saw this war between the blue pill and the red pill, if you will. This war is true.
Mhm.
And these holograms which worked for the blue pill, they were blue clothes. Blue clothes. It was recognizable because of the sign. And the people which worked for the red pill, they were red clothes. And when I saw them, the holograms with the red clothes, then I heard Elon. Elon. His technology, Elon. When I saw the blue pill people, then I heard Billy. Billy. Mark Zuckerberg, Billy. And you can see it also on their logos. So Mark Zuckerberg, his logos are blue. or Klaus blue, the word economic for blue, right? You can see it everywhere. And look at Elon's logo, it's red. Yeah, it's red and blue. It represents duality. And they're always in a war with each other, always in a competition. This is what you can see between Elon and Mark Zuckerberg. They're always in a war.
Now, what I'm getting from that when I hear you say that, and Mr. Blue Marino, I have the same issues. But anyway, we'll find out, though. We'll find out eventually, because the truth will always prevails, and so does the light. And that's the direction we're going. We're getting more and more light all the time.
Yes,
So
of
the people
course.
that are hiding in the dark shadows and are dark will be exposed.
Of course. And that's
Yeah.
why we have to stay centered in our heart and observe this a little bit more as a show. But what I feel is that red, yeah, like Elon, it is lighter. It is lighter because they are not interested in to create a new illusion, a new simulation. So
Okay.
why?
I've heard this too. Okay, we'll put both sides up here because I've also heard Elon Musk is good helping the white hats, but I've also heard that he vacillates back and forth. So
I don't
where
know.
does he
I
really
heard,
stand? You know, I
yeah,
don't
I heard
know.
also very different information during we stayed there. Then I heard by them, no, he defeated us. It was so confusing there. I was in contact with the black hats and with the white hats. Yeah, the black hats, they talked to me, they tried to confuse me. Then the white hats talked to me, and it was so confusing there. Then I
And
heard many different things. So the other group said, "Oh, Elon defeated us, or he's abusing us, or he's betraying onto us." Then the other said, "Oh, he's a good guy. He's helping us." It was, I don't know.
yeah, they do that on purpose. I swear they do that on purpose to
Yeah, it's
confuse
like,
us. And yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, you
Yeah.
stay always here, but you don't go into your heart center.
Yeah, you gotta go with your heart and what you feel is,
Yeah.
and they have done a lot to get us to shut off our feelings.
Yes, of course. And I was for sure that these holograms with the violet clothes and with the berry clothes, because violet is like you take the blue pill and the red pill together, they were very kind, these holograms. They helped us. They did not attack us with frequencies. And that was very strange. So,
Hmm. Fascinating. Yeah, it's hard for, and can you imagine what it must be like for people who don't have a clue about any of this stuff, walking around wondering what's really going on and how frightening it must be
hmm,
without knowing it, haven't been able or willing to seek out the truth, or maybe not knowing even where to look. That's what
hmm.
I think sometimes. Well, what do you think about the volcanoes eruptions with Edgar Casey predictions and Naughty Beaver said biblical times?
Hmm.
Do you know anything about this?
Not so much, honestly. Mm-mm,
Okay.
mm-mm. But I feel something is about to happen. I feel deep healing in common by Earth. We are healing ourselves a lot, and much chaos is going on. And I feel actually there's much light waiting for us. Yeah. And when I see it from the higher perspective that all souls are free now and it is our last incarnation, this is all what I have to know, because actually this was the real cage, that they were chasing our souls. So in
Literally.
everything, yes. And the
Wow.
other things, yes, it's important too. Or when you are suffering, or when you have almost no money, but at the end, for them, it was about the soul to keep us here, believing in this illusion and that this simulation here is true. And
Mhm.
I think that was the real cage.
I'm just going to put this up here because of the comment. They were talking about Elon too. See, some people, we get both sides on him.
Mm,
His plan is the AI to be overtaking, and he is saying it repeatedly. That's not a
yes.
good thing.
So that's why it's so important that we trust our heart, because when you trust your heart, trust the first feeling which you have. So when you see a person, it's the first feeling which plops up. So it's boom. And then you know what's going on because our soul knows the answer.
And then as soon as you get that feeling, all of a sudden, then your mind starts kicking in and going, well, what
Yeah,
about this? And what about that? And what about that?
yeah, everyone is saying something else. David, for example, David Icke is not talking good about Elon too. I saw a speech of him. He says the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they play a double game, so maybe it's both.
Yes. There. That's what Sage says. Maybe it's both. It's just like when we go through the flat Earth and round Earth and so on and so forth, and I'm going, I
Yeah,
don't
I
even
think
want to
they are
go
all.
there.
I think they are all right. I think so.
Yes,
because
yes, thank you for saying that. It just depends where you are.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
good.
so. It is the 4D consciousness level. It's the 4D matrix. The 4D matrix is for me light, dark. We remember the light. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
4D matrix. Like, yeah, I remember what's really going on. Oh, I'm not sure if this is true. Yeah, that's the 4D matrix. That's Egypt. This is like, yes, we remember the gods. Oh no, these are just holograms too. Shit.
What's real and what's fake, please?
Yeah, that's 4D.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. What was this one? That Neuralink thing that he had. That was my first. That was when I really got turned off when I found out about the Neuralink,
Hmm.
because that's AI into the brain. Thinking that, when in fact, I don't think people realize how talented in so many different ways humanity was and soon will get back to once all our DNA and our is activated and reconnected, and we don't have junk DNA. We have disassembled DNA from nefarious beings that didn't want us to know who we really are.
Yes, of course. And with the link, it's the same. So with Elon's links, for example, you can use it for lighter ways. So maybe you can help people for real. But on the other hand, maybe it's taking over control. So it is both again. Yeah, this is for me 4D. It's the 4D matrix. And I talked about it in my videos. The red pill. Yeah, when you see Elon's logo, it's red. It's the red pill. This represents 4D to me. It's the 4D matrix, if you will. And it's definitely lighter to the blue pill. Yeah, when you see Klaus and Mark, it's all blue. So you have to watch these details a little bit. The logos are all blue by them. So you can be sure, okay, that's the blue pill, that's the 3D matrix, right? That's very heavy stuff. And 4D is like a little bit light and a little bit dark. So I don't know. It's lighter, but actually, yeah, it's like we have discussions. So what is true? What is wrong? We don't know what's going on. And it's 4D. And the violet pill, if you will, is 5D. It's like your background.
Yes, I was just going to say. Now, what color do you get when you mix blue and red? You get purple.
Yes, of course, it's purple.
And that's supposed to transmute negativity too, from what I understand. So I hope that's true.
Yes, and this is the heart. There's no question anymore, no confusion. Everything is clear and everything is true.
Awesome. I heard that the people that passed away after 2015 will return. Do you have any comment on that, Akura? Have you know anything about that? No. Okay.
Maybe they will return because they want to go back to Earth. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, they want to help with the transition.
Yes, of course, because so many lightful star seeds are coming down to Earth now.
Yeah, I would think too that, being on the other side and knowing what's going on and having of course, then would they wipe their memory again? Or would they not be able to? That's
I
the
don't know.
question. That would
That's
make
a
all
good
the
question.
difference in the world, because
we have to
that's
make this experiment, huh?
yeah, that's I'm not sure how we would conduct that experiment, but it would be interesting, because I don't know how you would see and you would want to help. That would be the heart of most humans. They always try to make us look like we're the ones ruining the earth, and we're the ones that are overpopulated, and we're the ones, and yada yada, and none of that's true. They created the mess that we're in.
Yeah, but do you see it's like we are talking about it now, and it's like we go away from our own life, right? So we talk about other people, we talk about the situation, but it's like our energy, boom, we spread it around, so. And I think it's more important that we stay here and that we observe this, because I feel all this will come up soon, and even we will see very soon if we were right or not. So even we cosmic medium, or when you are ET contactee, the same. So because I see it more as a training, so I'm excited if my visions are true, or maybe I was wrong too. So it's, for me, it's a field of experience. I see it more as a training, that I learn my psychic muscles. I understand my visions more. Right. So, and I think we will see very soon what is really true and what was not true.
I think so too. And there are going to be some people who might be a little, that doesn't make anybody any better or anything like that, but maybe
Of
a little
course.
more evolved. And so they will be helping others along, because that's just what they do.
Yeah, of
And
course.
just like the information that you share and so on is very helpful to people, because they, when you're struggling with it in your own mind, and then you hear it from someone else that you love and respect, you pay attention.
Mhm.
So, and I want to emphasize again, just like Akura says, about staying in your heart and working on ourselves, and don't buy into all the chaos. I mean, you can look at it and go,
Mhm.
yeah, right, okay. We'll see
Yes.
how that works out.
Yes,
And
for me the same. That's why I don't watch so many other information right now, honestly, and I only do what I feel. That's why I love it to sing so much, because I feel singing is timeless.
singing
The
is
truth,
awesome. Oh,
yeah,
I love your
the
voice.
truth is coming through when you sing or when you create artwork. So it's timeless.
You wouldn't happen to have a little
Singing now.
singing blurb you might want to add to our show, would you? Right at the end. How about that? If you don't have to, but if you want to, that would be cool.
Yeah, right now, no.
No,
I'm not into
I thought I was afraid you're not set up for it. Yeah,
it's a
that's
comedy
okay.
show, and I start to talk now.
Okay. They can find a lot of your singing on your shows. You have a lot, and it's your voice
Thank
is
you very
beautiful.
much. Yes.
Beautiful. I mean, it gives me goosebumps. So something's going on there with the frequencies.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay. Do you know anything about the devastating flooding that's going on in Australia?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Our souls are right next to our heart. That's interesting.
Yes, I feel the same.
Yes. Okay. This is what's this one? Okay. Hebrew is a culture that is fake. That's interesting. Okay. That's an unknown at this point in time. How's your twin flame? I think
Marcel's watching. I saw
yeah,
comments by him in the chat.
he's in the chat.
Yeah, he's in the chat.
How
Yeah,
you doing, Marcel?
he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is very true. A lot of people come from their heads and their egos, and that's their opinion, and it's not coming from their heart.
Mhm.
But sometimes I think because of the matrix that we live in, they make it hard for that.
Yes, it was a massive hypnosis program and MK Ultra for almost every one of us. So when I remember my childhood, so even when you are a starseed, I forgot also all my incarnations or my home. I had some visions of my home, or I saw extraterrestrials, but I didn't remember too for 100% what's going on. Right? It was their simulation here that we forget, that we don't remember who we are. Right? So I think almost every one of us went through this process. So, and now we are remembering again, and I think it's a very amazing gift.
Yes.
That we are rising again, that we remember more and more and more and more. It's an infinite journey.
That's what's the beauty of meditation, to calm the mind, to get out of the busy mind that we're constantly exposed to, and stressed with because of all the things that they have going on. But I find this is when I start getting too much of my mind going on too much stuff, I do my best to go out in nature if I can. everything
Yes,
changes when I do, and it's
of
beautiful.
course.
I love
Of course,
nature.
moving your body, dancing, jumping around,
Oh, yes, yes. Singing,
connect. Yes, singing,
sing,
painting,
dancing,
drawing.
painting, something creative. The very things that they always suppressed. I mean, if you're thinking about the education system, art class
Mhm.
wasn't something that they cared about. Music wasn't something that they cared about. I mean,
Yes.
they might have a little bit of a selection on that, but very limited frequently.
Yeah,
So
in Germany too. So it
yeah,
was all about history. So Second World War.
and the
So
history is a bunch of lies.
yes, of course, all the time, and I felt
I'm
this
glad
too.
I didn't memorize it that well.
Yeah, I was not good in history in this. No, I was not good because I felt something is off.
You
Why?
did yourself a favor because you didn't learn a bunch of stuff that's not even true.
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So anyway, let's see here. Where what else do we got? Any other questions? And what's this one? Who knows? We might need help with connecting with ourselves. I don't feel that Musk is trying to take control. I believe he is watched very carefully by the white hats. Oh, I'm sure he's being watched very carefully because I think some deals were made and he's agreed to certain things that would be helpful to the white hat side. But it's just a matter of will he follow through?
Yeah, they are watching us.
Yeah,
Yeah, both
yeah,
sides are watching us.
yeah. Love to everybody.
Much love to you all.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what else. We had another. Mm. Oh, people ask us many, many times, will we see all our past relatives and pets? Oh, that's the
Uh,
wrong question. Let me take this one down. Hide message there. Okay. That's another one. We've had various answers here. Most people that I talk to say, yes, we will. What do you say?
what is the word? Relatives?
Relatives, people you're
Okay.
related to, like, brothers, sisters,
Ah,
mothers,
okay.
fathers, people that have passed.
Ah, okay. Yes, I understand. Yes, I feel the same. We will
Okay.
see them.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're running out of questions, and we've been going for, well, 111 minutes, but it's going past that right now. But anyway, it's been such a pleasure. Let me see if there's one new message that somebody needs to see. No, I guess not. Oh, okay. One last question. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you kn okay. How about Hollow Earth? Do you have anything?
What is Hollow Earth? Is it inner Earth? No.
Yeah, that's what you mean. Yeah, that's
It's inner
basically what
Earth.
yeah, inner Earth.
Yeah, I feel there's much going on, but I feel it's more energetically. So, and I feel dragons are there, the ancient dragons. So there is something about to happen, and I felt a connection to these eruptions, these volcanoes, right? Other person asked about these volcanoes, the eruptions, and I
Mhm,
felt
mhm.
this has something to do with the ancient dragons and with inner Earth, but I don't get the connection for 100%.
Okay. Well, maybe it'll come in time. And,
Mm-hmm.
uh, I think we will, wrap this up for now, and, I am very, pleased that, you were able to come on my show. It's always a pleasure,
Yeah, it was
and,
much fun to talk to you guys.
yes, and, we'll do this again maybe as I'm thinking about a, spiritual roundtable, and,
Mhm.
we'll talk about that soon in the future, and people are, um that's the direction we're going. I mean, in order to raise our vibration, and it's just where
And
we're
help
going.
each other. I see communities for us, honestly, for us star seeds and light workers, because I feel so energized when I meet other star seeds physically. It's like we always have an upgrade, so it's like we are
Yes,
pushing each
yes,
other.
yes,
Hmm.
yes, so much so, and I feel that from you, and I'm honored, and but that kind of community, that's what we need. We need to, just like the dark stick together and network with each other. We need
Yes,
more of that with the light, and to help each other, and to And that's what people can do out there if they feel like they can't do anything else, is they can support us too, but help us so we can keep getting the information out there, and so on. So anyway, we love you all out there, and
Thank you
thank
very
you for
much. It was much
listening.
fun to talk to you.
Yes, thank you, and we'll see you all again. And it's been a pleasure, Akura. It always is. Thank you.
Thank you also very much for what you do.
Okay, thank
Keep
you
up the
too.
great work. And much
Thank-
love to you to USA.
Yes, and thank you, Christine, for your work as well. Thank you in the background. So, alrighty then. Next week, or not next week, I didn't mean to say that, but another time. So, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
We'll stay.